here is something that I found very interesting. So there was an incident that happened during the protests, during some of the demonstrations in Buffalo, New York. And it shows this 75-year-old man approaching basically a swath of cops. And we're going to check out this video. And just fair warning, it is graphic. All right, it's about 18. I'm going to run it for about 18, 20 seconds. It is very, very graphic. I just wanted to give you guys a fair heads up if you haven't seen this. But here it is. Check it out. Whew. There it is. Okay, so that's as far as I'm going to let it go, because obviously enough, you get it. And if you haven't seen the video, then now you've seen it. But unfortunately, the gentleman's name is George Gugino, if I'm correct. I'm probably mispronouncing his name. If I'm correct, that's his name. I'm trying to find his actual name. But of course, this happened a couple days ago. This happened yesterday, I'm sorry. Or this video surfaced yesterday where this gentleman was during some of the protests, during the demonstrations. He walked up to the cops and obviously they shoved him, as you saw in the video. Now, from my understanding, as they say, the two cops that actually shoved this poor 75-year-old man to the ground have been suspended. They have not been fired. They have been suspended. And of course, this made some people feel some type of way. In fact, it made 57 officers resign. So I'm going to read this really quick. Breaking, I'm told the entire emergency response team, I guess that's the Buffalo Police Department's emergency response team, has resigned from the team. A total of 57 officers as a show of support for the officers who are suspended without pay after shoving Martin Gugino. It's Martin Gugino, 75. They are still employed, but no longer on the emergency response team. Now, there's another responding, text or tweet underneath. Imagine standing up for a cause that has that, and that cause was to support a pair of officers who pushed a 75-year-old man down to the ground and then walked by him as he bled on the concrete out of his ear. Sorry for the run-on sentence, but it kept going like the officers did. Now, 57 officers have resigned. 57 officers are on strike because they want to show support for the two officers that got suspended for pushing a 75-year-old man to the ground, who later was put into critical condition in the ER. Yeah, this is real. 57 officers, again, 57 officers have resigned. They're on strike because they feel like the two officers that pushed that 75-year-old man, they feel like it's unjust. They feel like what happened to the 75-year-old man was fair. I hate to do it again. But I'm going to show you guys the video one more time. And I'm going to ask you guys, you tell me where the justification of them doing, where the justice is. Here we go. That's enough right there. You already see the fall. You see the fall. Let's go back there one more time. One more time, just to see this. Now, here it is. Man, he sounds like he hit hard. He hit the floor hard, y'all. He hit the floor hard, okay? So, they obviously shoved him. He lost he tripped. He fell back. He hit his head, bleeding out of his ear. Bleeding out of his ear, okay? 57 officers. So, all them dudes, all the way in the back, all them dudes, all of them, I'm assuming, all these guys that were a part of that whole thing saw this man fall back, hit his head, the whole nine, said, nope, I refuse. I refuse to let my brothers go down. So we going down with him. 57 officers have resigned. Now, this is what I just put. I posted that tweet on my community page on YouTube, on the YouTube page. And I'm going to be straight funky with y'all. Here we go. This is the start of something. It's not good. If these officers start to strike, who's to say that other officers that feel some type of way start to strike as well? That's not a good thing. We still need protection to a certain extent. Of course, we don't need any crooked cops hurting each other, hurting innocent civilians out there. But at the same time, imagine if other cops, if this resonates and echoes throughout the country, and other cops feel like, oh, well, if they're doing that, we're going to do the same thing. I don't know if that's a good thing. I don't know if that's a good thing. I feel like it could turn into something that could backfire into something really, really bad. I'm just saying that out loud. So then next thing you know, you have a strike going on with the law enforcement. And then you got protests going on for George Floyd and for social justice. I just feel like there's going to be a very interesting thing that happens if that grows, if that situation grows into something more. If it doesn't go any further than just those 57 officers, sure. But there's a lot of officers that feel that type of way, that feel exactly like what those 57 cops feel. So the question to you guys that I leave up to you guys is, what do you guys think? Is that a fair move? Is that a justified move? Or do you see this being something that could turn into something worse? Those two officers definitely got suspended without pay. They didn't get fired. They just got suspended. And the other thing is afterwards, I didn't show the whole video, but after the aftermath of him falling, it was like they were going, like it seemed like one of them was going to go like after him even more. But one of the other officers like pushed him off and pushed him away because he probably saw him bleeding and was like, yo, the dude is out. Like, don't touch him, you know? But it seemed like that one cop who was all revved up and all hopped up on whatever energy that he had going through his bones and through his system right there, he wanted to attack the dude. He wanted to make sure that guy was, he wanted to confirm the kill, you know? But then the other cops didn't do anything. They just stood around. They just kept walking. Even though this guy, this poor 75-year-old man, is out there, laid out cold, bleeding out. Crazy. And now you have 57 police officers that said, we're resigning, we're out. If those two guys are getting suspended without pay, I'm going down with my brother. I'm down. I don't care. That guy saved me, or that guy had my back. several times. You're not, I'm not gonna let him go down. If he goes down, we go down type thing. So let me know what you think. Do you think that's a fair thing? Do you think that's a fair thing or no?
Pascal, you are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild.